I like that element. I'll gobble up a society ball, man. I will gobble that shit up. But these are really fun and refreshing. Hi, and welcome to the Boozy Bookers podcast, the place for book club meets happy hour. I'm Sam, joined by Corey, and today is another episode of our fun little novella mini episodes. And we're going through the second part of the Bridgerton Prequel series. So, Corey, which is the third one? Please lead us off here.
The third one is The Other Miss Bridgerton by Julia Quinn.
First of all, the cover. Gorgeous.
Look how gorgeous that is. Just a girl standing with the ship in the background of a nice beach.
Really dreams.
She needed the seaside to calm her nerves.
Send me away too, okay?
All right, so on this one, we follow Poppy Bridgerton. She's one of the cousins of the Bridgerton, Billy and Georgiana and Edmund. She's one of the cousins. She finds herself on a ship with Captain Andrew after being captured by pirates while she's exploring a cave during her stay with a friend who's expecting her first child.
And so is Andrew.
So Andrew is the second Rokesby brother.
Yes.
He is... So you meet him a little bit in the first book. He's home because he hurt his ankle. His arm. He broke his arm.
It
was his arm? I thought it was his leg.
No, it was his arm. He broke his arm.
His arm while away in the military. And
Military.
Yeah, you find him now as a pirate on a pirate ship. And he's doing runs. All his loot, I guess you would say, was in this cave, and his crew found Poppy snooping around, even though she just wanted a break. Her friends, about to have a child. She's like, I'm going to go see the air, the sea. I'm going to explore. And while she's there, she gets kidnapped. She gets put in a sack, literally, and taken to the ship. And when she's awakened, pretty much she's in the captain's quarters. And you meet Andrew. And that's just pretty much the whole story.
That's it. No.
You spend a lot of the time on the ship.
But I like that. It's a forced proximity. It's like you think he's a bad guy. He's a captain. You find out he's not really a bad guy. No. And we liked him a lot from the first book anyways because he's
jolly.
He's super fun.
He's funny.
He's almost immature.
Yeah. Jovial.
Yes. So when you find out oh my gosh, and I know this is set probably 2 years, 3 years in the future from the first one, that he's
he's a pirate.
Yeah, he can captain a ship. He's kind of got his shit together when you didn't think he did. And you're like, he's a character that had a lot more than we saw in the first one. He had a lot more layers.
Yeah. So Andrew finds out that Poppy is actually one of the cousins of the Bridgertons, which he didn't know at first until he found out her last name. His
neighbors, his BFF.
Good friends. Yeah. He's,
pretty much
at this
family.
time, sister-in-law to them. So he is determined to actually get her home safe, but he is on a time crunch. He's got to go make a run to Portugal. So he's pretty much I got to keep you safe.
Sorry, babe, you're along for the ride.
Yeah, you're stuck. And the only way that you are going to be safe is if I keep you in my quarters. Because it's...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. But it's also bad luck to have a girl on the ship.
So he's
pirates. So he's like, my crew doesn't even want you here. But I found that Poppy was a little feisty. Curious.
Yes.
So she kind of snuck out a few times. She made friends with the cook and the crew. And she, even though she's stuck in the quarters often, she kind of gets the captain to play a lot of games with her. Mm-hmm. They talk a lot of books. They have a lot of nice banter.
I think they do a puzzle.
They do just fun little things.
They're having just such
the best time.
A fun time. Yeah, that's my idea of a fun time. Let's talk books and play games and do puzzles.
And Andrew's super charming too.
Oh my gosh. Yes, he is. Yeah. And you know what? This lifestyle unexpectedly fits her because she is kind of adventurous.
Yeah, she was curious.
Yes,
she was exploring the seaside. She found a cave she's never seen before. She went
pirates.
in. Look what happened. Pirates. But the same thing happens. They get to Portugal. Some stuff goes down. We won't talk about it too much. But pretty much they get captured. And Andrew has to...
He has to send her home.
He's got to send her home.
So she needs to go home anyways.
Yeah.
But she kind of keeps this a secret, right? Like she's
fallen so in love with him, but she doesn't know his real name. All she really knows is, I think he calls himself Captain Andrew James, which is his middle name. So she gets sent home and she searches for him, but she doesn't know his real name. Then the Indian's just so adorable because she's over at her cousin's. They're all having a family dinner. And here comes Andrew, who she didn't expect. He didn't expect. And he just introduces himself. And they have to go along like they don't know each other because of propriety.
Yeah, it'd be like, wait, you've been in his quarters for how long you traveled? But he knew who she was, so he could have found her. I think that he needed to settle some things with the Portugal mess and then make his way back. So they were destined for each other. But she did spend some time feeling like, I'll never see the love of my life again. Yeah.
Which was sad. But also, like, it was adorable reunion. And there's, like, a really cute epilogue in this book. I think, don't they all have an epilogue?
I believe that, most of Julia Quinn's books have epilogues.
And they really seal the story for you.
Yes. My favorite part of this story is when I think they dock in Portugal and she's looking out the window and she gives one of the dock workers, takes off his shirt and she's like, oh, Jose. And he walks in and he's like, are you looking at this man? She's like, what? She's like, oh, Jose, what are you doing? Kind of like, take it off, baby.
Ooh. Yes, I remember that. It's
I love
great.
That part.
So I have the trope down. It's a forced proximity.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Which is obvious.
We love that.
It's great.
And anything on a ship. I love anything on a ship. If you also love anything on a ship and you want a similar book recommendation, The Duke with the Dragon Tattoo by Kerrigan Brine.
Dragon tattoo. Tell me more.
Yes, if you like that one, if you like the ship element, the piratey element, you'll like this one.
Yeah,
very fun. Again, another part of a great series of hers. But this one's really fun. It gives that whole like mysterious captain kind of vibe. And now Andrew's not a mysterious captain.
No.
He's a fun, sarcastic, bantery captain.
Yeah, but he knows what he's doing. And,
yeah, he does.
And you can tell like the crew respects him.
Yes.
It's a really good book. Now, would I say it's my favorite book of the prequels? No, but
I'd say it's my second one of the prequels.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd say it's my third one.
I like it better than Edward's book, and I like it better than Georgiana's book, which we will get to in just a second.
So at the end, we'll do a rating. How about that? Because I think we have a different type of rating.
Sure.
Okay.
Game on.
Do you have anything else you want to say about the other Miss Bridgerton?
No, but I do love a classic Regency story where it's like London and society, but oh man, I will gobble up one that is set somewhere else. And that's what this Bridgerton prequel series does.
It really does.
Takes the unexpected when the society and, balls and courting and stuff like that. It kind of takes that element out. The first is set in the countryside. The second is in America. This one is at sea. The fourth one, which we'll get to, is actually they kind of jet off to Edinburgh, and they do like schooling and living on their own.
It's different. So it's really unique. Different.
And I like that element. I'll gobble up a society ball, man. I will gobble that shit up. But these are really fun and refreshing.
They are. You don't see this very often.
Yes.
I like it. I think that's some of the key to these prequels being just as great as they are.
Yes.
And as always, the best place to start if you want to get into Regency.
Best place.
And girl, if you're not into Regency, or fella, you're really missing out. Reader.
Yeah.
You're really missing out.
If you are a reader who loves tension, if you're a reader who loves yearning, this is Regency's. Regency, Victorian, historical romances are like just the best place for them.
It's amazing.
It really
they're the
is.
best.
Yeah. They're a brain break.
Okay.
And I love them. Let's get to the fourth one.
Fourth book. I enjoyed a lot. I know Sam read it first, and it was not her favorite of the prequels. But the fourth book is First Comes Scandal. Right, so the fourth book in the prequel is set a little bit later, just a few years later, because it's with Georgiana Bridgerton and Nicholas Roseby, which are both the younger siblings.
Which I believe in
neighbors.
the first series that they're about
young.
14.
Yeah.
They're just starting to be able to, I don't know, have dinners, come to balls, just like a tiny little bit. So this is
you
set
don't really
later on.
see them.
Probably, what, 6-ish years later?
Yeah, because he's kind of like in college. So first comes Scandal, follows Georgiana Bridgerton and Nicholas Rokesby, childhood friends. They enter a marriage of convenience after a kidnapping attempt to get Georgiana's dowry puts her reputation in danger. So pretty much at this point, Georgiana's got a few options. She can become a spinster.
Good option.
Good option. She can marry the guy who kidnapped her.
Terrible option.
Bad option. Just a real, like, if I remember right, in the book, he's kind of just like a rogue.
He's a loser. He just needs money, and he's just a loser.
Yeah.
And he breaks his leg climbing up her window to try to get her again. Like he's a loser that's dumb.
Yeah, like the worst
combo.
The worst. Not even just that he tried to ruin her reputation.
No, he's
just
lame
loser because he's lame. And the third is Nicholas, who offers marriage. Not that at first he doesn't really offer marriage on his own. His dad calls him back and is like, "There are friends. They're like family to us. You need to offer her marriage to save her reputation." Yes. So he's mad, and then he's like, "Oh, he's a good guy. Nicholas is a good guy, and he's like,
a good dude.
I have, he's like, who else is she gonna go? I can't leave her alone. I can't send her back
it's
to
not
the
like
guy.
He hates her.
Yeah,
or it's not like he doesn't think she's pretty. He's just like
ready for marriage. He's
okay,
in Edinburgh, living his life. He's becoming a doctor. He's trying to finish his medical stuff.
Yes.
He literally just doesn't have time for a wife.
He's like,
so
okay,
he's just
I
like,
wasn't expecting this right now. That's kind of caught off guard. And
he's
also like, what a favor for the dad to ask him, like, hey, I need you to marry someone. Like, what?
You know her, though.
Yeah. Good news.
Yeah. And if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure that Georgiana, which they call her Georgie in the book, says no at first.
Yeah, because she feels bad.
No.
Yeah,
why
she's
would
like,
I ruin your life? You don't have to,
a charity case. But then I think she sees the benefits of it.
And then he's really trying.
Yeah, he's trying. And she does think he's kind, and she
likes
friends.
them. Yeah, they're friends. This is definitely a friends to lovers trope.
Yes, trope, friends to lovers. Have it down.
Yeah, there's not a different trope.
No, it's friends.
So, case in point, it's friends to lovers.
Friends to lovers. Friends to lovers. But a big element of this book outside of the relationship is the profession.
Yeah.
He's trying to be a doctor, but she's also very interested in it too, which I think was one of the things that kind of convinced him to give it a try, because they're talking at dinner and she's not grossed out by some of the things he's saying. She's kind of curious. She's asking questions. He's like, she's not like the normal girls.
Like, we could have a conversation. We could have a relationship outside of the marriage. And also, Georgie was like very sick as a child. She had to have the bloodletting often because she was just sick. And while it's spoken about a little bit in Billy's book that she's just home a lot. She's always sick. She doesn't get to come out and play often.
Yeah, mom really shelters her a lot because she's fearful of her getting so sick again and dying.
Yeah. So for her, she marries, and I think she finds it exciting to...
She's like, God, I guess I'll marry a doctor. I'm so...
Well, I think she finds it exciting too, that she gets to like, hey, I finally get to travel. I'm going to Edinburgh. So they get married. A good chunk of this book is them traveling to Edinburgh because it is a far away. And I don't remember as much, but Sam, she has a cat.
She has a cat named Cathead. Yeah. And this cat, God, there's so much of this book. This is a part that I would have taken out. But
I don't remember it that
is
much.
Like just meowing the whole time. It just seems so annoying, and they have to hold
like a hamper
and a hammock. And I felt like it was such a big part of it that like I was really like, have the cats travel separately, please. I want some carriage on carriage scene, okay, here, and have those cats out of there. It is a big part, is the traveling. It's a long way to go, but it is the traveling. And then they get to experience this kind of newlywed life in Edinburgh, and that's where they like fall in love. They fall in love, understanding each other.
Yes. I thought Georgie as a character, I liked her a lot. I thought she was independent, and she was like, because she was so sick as a child, it was surprising how independent she was. But I think that's just because she was so like strong, and she was like, yes, I needed that chance. I want to prove myself.
Yes.
She was really interested in his medical studies. There's a few times she went and tried to listen through the lectures.
Yes.
One time she gets sick. And it really shows how like sweet and supportive Nicholas is because she gets sick.
He advocates for her.
Yes. The professor's there and he's like, something's wrong with her. We got to let the blood. And she's like, no, I just need to sit up. I need a moment. He's like, the doctor's real. Like, oh, this is a woman. She doesn't know what she's talking about. This is what we need to do. I'm the medical professional. And Nicholas really steps in and goes, that's my wife. If she says this, she knows what she's doing, and really takes a little bit of shit from the doctor at first.
But it turns out right.
Georgie was right.
Yeah.
So it just really shows Nicholas was really,
and I like
he was a supportive character.
The Roxby brothers, who are in every single one of these, that they really were gentlemen. You know, they really were gentlemen. It wasn't like, oh, it's a rogue that's gone this way. Even the pirate, he was a gentleman. And I like that. It was like, oh, they were raised right.
Yeah.
You know? Also, one of my favorite parts of this is we do see the baby Bridgertons in this.
Yeah.
We see baby Colin. We do see Anthony and Benedict as small children because Georgiana is watching them. She is their aunt.
Yeah.
We see a little bit of Edmund and Violet. They did marry super young. That's why they have a young family. And we get a part of their love, which is fun because you see that they are
like a chapter. It's really
they're
cute.
Playful. And I do like to see that these little children had, you know, who they are in the next series, the Bridgerton one. I like to see that little snapshot of them, which I thought was really, really fun.
It really puts in perspective. Like, it is Edmund's family. Like, Georgiana and Billy, they are their aunts.
Yeah. I almost feel sad knowing that part, that knowing in the Bridgerton books that we don't get to know what happened to Aunt Billy, what happened to Aunt Georgiana.
They don't talk about them.
They don't talk about them, but I would like to know what happened to them.
Yeah.
If you love this book because of the medical element to this, and you'd like to see that, a great book that showcases this is Courting Trouble, another one by Kerrigan Bryan. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it, but that one's a really great one that focuses around the love of a doctor and his past kind of flame sort of situation and finding their way back to each other. It has a medical hospital in it. He's operating a clinic. It's super, super fun. So if you like that element of it, you'd like that one.
I love that. I love that. That reminds me that like the epilogue of this book is really cute. That it turns out that Nicholas is a full-on doctor, and Georgie is almost his PA.
Yeah, his like assistant. Physician.
Yeah, it's beautiful the way like they learned and they grew together. They show her she's going to stitch up a guy, and the patient, of course, is, I don't want a woman to do this. Bring the doctor in. And Nicholas just goes like, I can do it, but she's going to give you the straightest, best healing one you want. Like, I'm all over the place. And he kind of like jokes like, well, you know how women like to sew, you know, she'll be the best for you. And the guy kind of calms down.
Yeah.
But it shows just how much respect they have for each other.
If I had one gripe about this outside of the cat, if I had one gripe about this beautiful little prequel series, that I wish there would have been an epilogue to the epilogue that kind of
the family or them outside.
How they did in the long run, you know, because this is the last we see of them. I want to know what happened. I want to know how many kids they had. I want a family tree. I want that. That's my gripe of gripes in this, is I wish there was a little more to another little chapter about them.
That's true.
About the whole siblings.
If that's the worst we can say about these books, really. They're
and the cat.
Good books. The cat was not as bad as Sam makes it seem.
And the cat. If you had to rank the 4 books, we've got Because Miss Bridgerton, The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband, and then we have The Other Miss Bridgerton and First Came Scandal.
Yep.
If you had to rank these, what's your favorite to your least?
Favorite to my least is Because of Miss Bridgerton,
Same.
First Comes Scandal, The Other Miss Bridgerton, and The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband.
Okay, so we're kind of there. Because Miss Bridgerton is my favorite. It's actually one of my favorite Julia
I've read
Quinn
it multiple times.
books. Like this one, this is where it's at.
Yeah.
I think it's this one, and then I think it's The Other Miss Bridgerton, and then The Girl with the Make-Believe Husband. I think my least favorite was First Comes Scandal, but it wasn't bad. It just was my least favorite out of this section. If you would like some more Regency recommendations, we'll have those coming for you probably in the next episode because I'm like the Regency gal here, you know?
Yeah.
And then I have to talk about it again because I've read a lot.
And I'm the Julia Quinn gal here, so we will probably come back with some other Julia Quinn series. If there's any ones that you specifically would like us to talk about or have recommendations on,
please tell me.
Let us know. We've read them all. Trust us.
I need more stuff. So I think the next one we're going to do the Smith series.
Oh my God.
By Julia Quinn, which is really great. So
Bridgerton World.
Yes.
You know, the Smith concert.
Yes.
Is it in the show?
I believe it's in the Hyson's book at the end. I believe so. I don't think it's in the show. But we'll probably do that in the next novella. So catch us there.
All right. And that's it for us. Happy pages and libations, guys. Bye.